CNBC TV 18. But let's do one thing. Sugar stocks have been on our radar as the Russia-Ukraine conflict has now led to a rise in prices of agri-commodities. We've also seen a big surge in sugar demand as the global markets face a deficit and are looking at India and Brazil in order to meet their needs. What does this mean for sugar companies in India? What is the demand and the pricing picture? We are joined by Pramod Patwari, the CFO at Balrampur Chini Mills, to talk about that. Pramod, good morning and thanks for joining us. First, if you can just explain for the benefit of our viewers, what is the opportunity that arises for companies like yours because of what's happening with the global demand-supply picture?
Good morning, everyone. So, from the perspective of the Ukraine point of view, with the rising commodity price and the crude prices, the economics in favor of diverting more sugarcane in Brazil towards ethanol is increasing, as a result of which Balrampur as well as the country will get an opportunity to export more. So we are looking at a situation where we would be exporting, like country would be exporting an all-time high sugar in this year. Maybe we are looking at around 7.5 million ton of export in the ongoing sugar season.
Pramod, good morning. So, going forward, what kind of split do you see in terms of, sugar and ethanol in terms of, the overall numbers? And I'm talking about the EBITDA and the bottom line number. What is going to be likely mix?
Good morning. I know various companies are at various stage in terms of implementing their ethanol capacity. As far as Balrampur Chini is concerned, our new distillery capacity will come on ground in November 22. And we will have FY24 will be the first full year of getting the benefit of this ethanol expansion. For FY23, we will get four months of benefit. So once we are able to achieve get full benefit of this ethanol capacity, we are looking at around 1/3 of revenue coming out from the ethanol segment for our company.
Third from ethanol segment. Mr. Patwari, just to go back to that first question, you said that you will be, we as a country perhaps export more. Could you tell us the amount of deficit that exports will help fill? Where are international prices at? What is the impact on, the price realization here? And of course, consequently, what kind of profits will Balrampur make because of this situation right now?
See, as far as Balrampur Chini is concerned, we need to take into consideration the lower cane availability in this year in the entire UP. So while we are looking at an all India high production of in excess of 33.5 million ton, UP could be down by in comparison to last year. Similarly, the same applies to Balrampur Chini as well. Earlier we had given an indication that we would be crushing 5 to 7% more in terms of sugarcane. That looks difficult at this point in time. So the costs have gone up in UP. The cane price was raised by 25 rupees per quintal. Sugarcane availability is on a lower side, and even the recoveries are down. So if you see the realization, currently we are selling sugar at around 35 rupees per kg ex mill. And for the whole of FY21, the average realization was around 32.5. So from that perspective, the realization has moved up, but at the same time, cost has even moved up further.
So realizations have gone up to 35 rupees a kg. That's something that you told us last time around as well. But just wanted to understand for your ethanol segment, when is the fully planned ethanol expansion expected to come through? And once that comes through, what will be the impact on your earnings?
Okay. So as I was mentioning, that new ethanol capacity will hit the ground in November 22. So from November 22 to March 23, we will have the benefit of 35 crores liter of total alcohol capacity, which includes 2 crores on account of ENA. So once FY24 will be the first full year when we will have the complete benefit of 35 crores of distillation capacity.
Okay.
Once that is achieved, we are looking at a turnover of around 1/3 from distillery, and profitability could be around 2/3.
Okay. Pramod, now that the UP election is out of the way and there's status quo, do you think that helps your business in terms of overall policy? Because that always remains a bit of a risk, right, for sugar companies. Can you hear me?
You are right, Anuj.
Yeah.
With the UP mandate. Yeah, you are right, Anuj. We are looking at the continuity and the sustainability of policy, which we have seen for last couple of years, both from the central government as well as the state government.
Okay.
That is going to help the business.
That's going to help the business. All right. I think earlier we were a bit of a scratchy line, so I didn't get that number. You said that your ethanol capacity will inch up to 35 crore litres post the expansion. That will be by March 2023. So by FY23, since you'll have 35 crores per litre, 1/3 of your overall business will come from distilleries, right? From the distillery segment. So what would that mean in terms of revenues? I think 9 months of FY22, your total revenues stand at about 3,600 crores or so. Sitting on that base, what by FY23 end, what will the growth be for you?
So Sonia, when we talk of 35 crores of full utilization of ethanol capacity, it will be FY24. So in that year, maybe we are looking at a turnover of around 6,000 crores, or maybe anything between 5,600 to 6,000 crores. During that period in time, we are looking at 1/3 of revenue coming from the distillery business, and 2/3 of profitability will come from distillery business.
Yes,
So it is FY24. For FY23, since the capacities will be commencing only in the month of November, effective capitalization capacity available for FY23 will be around 23 crores litre.
Okay, so all right. So 6,000 crores of turnover is what you're looking at by the end of FY24. That's a big up move compared to the 3,500 crores that you're sitting at the 9 months of FY22. All right, just wanted to understand, with the way oil prices have been moving, what is the impact on the tenders that perhaps are coming through from, say, oil marketing companies? Does that benefit you in any way?
Ethanol prices are announced annually, and which remains for the full year. So even if the crude goes below or it goes up, it does not really impact our ethanol supplies as far as the OMC's offtake is concerned. So in the ongoing ethanol season, we are looking at supply of around 400 crores of ethanol to oil marketing companies at the industry level.
Okay, got that. Finally, you were telling us that sugar realizations have risen to about 35 rupees per kg. Just to understand, is that the average realizations that you expect in FY23 as well, or will there be a major change?
Sonia, as far as FY23 is concerned, we need to take into account the depleting inventory. We began this year with 8.2 million ton of inventory. We are looking at an all-time high production in India, but at the same time, we are also looking at all-time high consumption as well as export. In the midst of all these things, we are looking at drawing something from the inventory, and that drawdown could be in the region of around 1 to 2 million ton. So as a result of that drawdown, as far as the sugar prices are concerned, going forward, sugar prices should remain firm.
Pramod, we'll leave it there today. Thanks a lot for joining us. That's Balrampur Chini. Just a word on the market. By the way, Jubilant Foodwork is now down 13%. It was at that 10% temporary freeze for 15 minutes. And that's, of course, when it opens. And after that, you've seen a bit of a decline once more on that stock. Just pull out that 13% down on that. And the other stock, actually, there was a bit of a news, is Zee Entertainment. That's actually now your top F&O gainer. That's up about 4%. So that's a stock which is doing well. There's, of course, this overhang of what's happening in the case. And that is something which is really getting the stock excited now. 253 on that one. We need to take a break. The market also has cooled off. The mid-cap index has slipped in the red. When we come back, we'll connect with Parag Rao, Group Head, Payments, Business Consumer Finance